Hey, Shaqir Hussyin here, founder of Wealth Academy and CEO of Funnels.com. And it's been a long time. It's been a long while since I last made videos for my YouTube channel or for my Facebook group with now over 19,000 members. So thanks, guys. The reason why I've taken so much time off is because during the pandemic, so many different things happened. And I want to share with you some of the lessons I've learned and why I'm actually making a comeback, starting with making more YouTube content for you. So if this is your first time you're watching one of my videos, my name is Shaqir Hussyin, and over the last decade, I've been doing online marketing, building online companies. I've had some great exits. I've also made a lot of mistakes. And in the coming videos, I'm going to be shooting these videos literally with myself, with the camera. There's going to be no fancy editing, so take it for what it is, all right? So over the last, let's just say 10 plus years since I started internet marketing, grew up in a council flat when I was a kid in East London, and then discovering internet marketing during the Great Recession, the Great Financial Recession. Okay, so if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, you're gonna remember it clearly. If you're young and you're watching this, then you're probably thinking, what the heck is a recession? Don't worry, because I'm gonna be educating you on this, and I'm gonna be sharing with you how I became a millionaire in just 3 years during the 2009 Great Financial Recession. Lehman Brothers was collapsing. Millions of people were losing their jobs, losing their homes. There was so much opportunity, and I kind of caught on and I rode that wave. And it really, all praise to God, it really set me up for the next decade of my life, right? And over the next, say, 5 to 10 years, I generated over $30 million in sales for myself before I turned 30 years old. And I've been able to generate a lot more since then, especially with the recent crypto boom. I was very fortunate to do an average of around 47x just in the last, say, 12 to 18 months. And I made a lot of mistakes. And what I'm planning to do for the next probably 3 to 5 years, and probably longer, is really to document my next levels of growth, right? Because in my 20s, I traveled to every single country you could probably think of. Even during the pandemic, I was able to travel to South Africa, Portugal, New York. Where else did I go? I can't even remember. Dubai, Turkey. Too many times, Turkey, whatever. Basically, I went traveling all over the world, right? And when the pandemic hit, I remember looking at my wife and telling her, hey, listen, like, the whole world is going to be locked up. You should figure out what countries we can travel to. And, probably the main reason why I was able to travel and not be locked up, obviously I have a beautiful penthouse here in London, and I was able to live from here. Really, when I look back like this, and I understand lots of people went through lots of hard times and all of that, and I have empathy for that. When I look at the last, say, 2 years, I see how much one, I've grown as a person. Two, the business and the wealth, all of this stuff has grown. And really, it comes down to a handful of things that I'm going to be sharing with you in today's video, okay? So, because I started an online business, because I started multiple streams of income, because I started creating many different side hustles, some of them failed, some of them went on to make $100K, $1 million, $10 million and beyond, I was able to live just an amazing life where my life wasn't interrupted because of what's happening in the political world, in the pandemic world, or whatever was going on. And even till now, right? Like right now, one of the reasons why I'm making this comeback, especially on YouTube and all sorts of other social media platforms, is because I believe the next great big recession is already here, okay? It's already here, but normal people are going to be waking up probably in about 6 to 12 months, maximum 2 years, okay? Maximum 2 years. And when that happens, people's confidence goes down, spending power goes down. People are in saving mode. People don't want to be coming in and buying your products and services. So before that, you have to set yourself up. So when the recession happens, when this crazy time comes to the public, okay, you're in a good position. Now, if this kind of stuff resonates, I'd encourage you to, one, like the video, subscribe, so you can get notified. Because here's the thing. You see this guy, Tony Robbins? I paid him over $50,000 and I joined his Platinum Partnership Mastermind. I think now he charges $85K. So I remember, like, I bought this membership, and I even bought a membership for my wife as well. And literally the first event I went to, it was in Amsterdam. Him and Jay Abraham was speaking, and they were talking about winter is here, meaning like the crash, everything is here. So if you're not prepared, like, now's the time to get prepared. And I remember like thinking to myself, man, I went in to learn how to make a bunch of money. What's this guy talking about? But I took that to really, I took that and I took it to heart, and I started increasing my urgency as to what I want to achieve, how I'm going to achieve it. And last year was probably the most profitable year in terms of cash income, my assets, my growth, both on a like personal level and on a professional wealth creation level. I even exited one of my domains, actually just a domain, for over 7 figures in cash to Russell Brunson of ClickFunnels, this guy. Essentially, the last 2 years, I've just been busy. Okay, I've been busy behind the scenes building. And when I'm building, I don't need to go and tell everyone, hey, what I'm building and stuff. But that's just my nature, right? So like, I'll go in different types of focus modes. I'll lock myself up, or travel somewhere, and I'll just spend like a few weeks or a month or 2 months in another country, and I'll get some deep work done. And so what I've realized is that you, as my audience, as the viewer, you will get a lot of value is if you see behind the scenes of my mistakes, the daily lessons I've learned. For example, this morning I woke up and I went off to Starbucks, and I found out that I spent $23,300. Okay, I think it's like 20,000 pounds on an NFT. Okay, literally one of these digital images. No, not these bored apes or these monkey pictures, but I actually joined a mastermind called the Gents Croquet Club. And I'm going to be making a video on why I spent $23,000. I mean, this is just a normal day in my life. I'd go and do this. Or sometimes I'll place a trade and I'll put maybe 25K or $250,000 in a single trade. And guess what? Sometimes those trades go really well, and sometimes they go really bad, and guess what? It makes me lose money. For example, this Terra Luna trade that I went in, I put in literally $440,000 cash, and now it's valued at less than $1. Well, guess what? I'm going to be making a video sharing the lessons that I've learned. And I believe, one, I'm doing this for a very selfish reason, because I want to look back in 3, 5, even 10 years time and see how much I've grown. But secondly, I think it's going to show you behind the scenes of, one, what's possible. Two, you're going to be able to learn from my mistakes and I don't want to call them failures. Let's reframe that and call it lessons. My lessons, right? So that you don't have to make those. Right now, I'm also in the market to hire at least 4 to 5 new staff members, probably in the next 2 weeks. Well, guess what? There's so many different things that you have to look for and look at when hiring so that you don't make mistakes, right? And so I want to show you how I hire people, how I let go of people, because guess what? For example, this guy, I hired, he was dead broke, and then at the end, he ended up literally stealing over $100,000 of my money. Now, this happened many years ago, and I've forgiven him and all of that good stuff because I want to move on. But for most people, if they go through a traumatic experience, they can't get ahead. They can't let go of the pain. So some of the things that I've learned over the last decade plus is I'm going to be sharing this stuff with you. Okay, so remember, make sure you like and you subscribe on this video. And if there's something specific that you want me to cover, then make sure you comment in the section below. I'm going to be responding to every single one of the messages myself, so make sure you do that. Another reason why you should subscribe is, I look around and I see so many people, they'll talk, but they'll talk from theory, or they maybe read a book or two, right? And they think they can give you some advice. And I know sometimes, you're watching all these 15, 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds on YouTube, and some of them I'm sure have great information. Some of them you kind of question. Well, I became a millionaire, a verified millionaire at 23 years old. And over the last decade, 10 plus years, I've averaged way over 7 figures per year, right? So I know lots of entrepreneurs, they may have made $1 million once upon a time, but then they've never made it again. Okay, and obviously, if you're new to my work, these are just some of my awards. The smaller ones represent $1 million each. Okay, that works out to be about $84,000 per month, works out to be about $2,700 per day. Whereas the $10 million awards, okay, those 3 awards represent over $30 million. And I had to just put that in, for authority reasons or whatever, so that you pay attention and you know that this is something that I have actually done myself. I'm not like reading out of a textbook or, my friends have done it. So I'm not just interviewing some random guy that I saw online. This is me that I have done this myself. And my goal is to build my own companies to the $100 million level and beyond in the next few years. So I want to take you behind the scenes of how I'm doing this, and also give you the opportunity to maybe learn from me, partner up with me, take advantage of some of the stuff that I'm going to be sharing with you, especially like how do you navigate the next few years? What skills can you learn? And again, when I look back, I can literally point down to one, I got very clear on what I want. You want to get clear on your goals, and you want to make sure that you have a big why. Why? Because you're going to experience setbacks, you're going to experience challenges and frustrations, and even a few lessons, some heartbreaks and headaches, and you're going to go through so much hassle because it's new for you, right? So you want to commit to reinventing yourself. So that happens when you start creating goals bigger than yourself. Number 2, you got to find someone, whether it's me or someone else, that has done the things that you want. Maybe you want to learn from someone who's made $100,000 or made $1 million or made $10 million, whatever, right? I surrounded myself with mentors, people like, in my earlier days, people like Ty Lopez, Richard Branson, Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, and 100 more. I spent over $600,000 just buying into masterminds and seminars and coaches and consultants. Heck, I just told you this morning, literally probably before 12 p.m., I spent $23,000 joining this mastermind. Why? Because I want to learn something about NFTs, right? And so I'm always in this path of journey. And I believe that step 1, when you commit to having bigger goals than yourself and having a strong reason why, you're also going to find ways to reinvent yourself, okay? Number 2, making sure that you find a proven mentor, a teacher, a trainer, a coach, someone that has already paved the path for you. And number 3, a business model that works for you, okay? Now, every single person is different. Every single viewer that's going to watch this, they're different. You have different skills, strengths, weaknesses, passions, hobbies. Based on your own strength, desire, goals, weaknesses, strengths, you want to find a unique business model that's right for you. This way it fits into your passion, your strengths. It helps you propel much faster. And the 4th thing is you're going to subscribe to these videos. Okay, I plan to shoot at least once a week. Depending on the feedback that I get and how you enjoy these videos, I might increase how much more I publish. And I don't want to kind of be specific, hey, I'm going to publish this. I'm not doing this for the views, but obviously it helps because I am driven by metrics and data and numbers. But if you get value from this video so far, please leave a like, subscribe, comment below so I can get to know you, and let me know what other videos you'd like for me to make. But really, that's a summary of what I've been up to for the last 18 months. I've been traveling around the world, making millions and millions of dollars from my own business, from crypto, from investing in multiple different asset classes. I made a lot of mistakes, but I've had a lot of fun. And after, I think, 18 months now, I'm ready to come back and share some of the lessons with you and take you on the next level of where I'm going. So if you like this video, let me know below. I'll see you in the next one.